In an unprecedented moment that has captivated the worlds of fashion, business, and entertainment, Frédéric Arnault, heir to one of the most powerful luxury empires, openly declared his eternal devotion to Lisa of Blackpink. With unwavering confidence, he stated, "My love is only for Lisa forever." These words, spoken during an exclusive interview, were more than a confession. They were a bold proclamation of love that shook global headlines. For years, whispers of romance followed the two. Secret dinners in Paris, fleeting paparazzi shots, and endless speculation. Yet silence was all fans ever received. Arnault's declaration changed that silence into history. He described Lisa not only as a global superstar, but as a woman whose sincerity and humility reshaped his view of life. In a world demanding perfection, Lisa gave him the freedom to simply be himself. His statement marked the first time a figure of such business stature aligned his personal life so openly with a K-pop idol, setting the stage for a love story that transcends borders and industries. The moment Frédéric Arnault's declaration aired, social media platforms erupted in a storm of emotions. Within minutes, hashtags such as #FredRicForLisa and #Lisa Forever Love dominated Twitter, Instagram, and Weibo, uniting fans across continents. Blackpink's loyal fandom, responded with a mixture of shock, delight, and admiration. Some praised his courage, others expressed disbelief, while many celebrated the rare vulnerability of a man born into immense wealth and responsibility. Global media outlets rushed to cover the story, from Seoul's entertainment networks to Parisian fashion magazines, from New York tabloids to Bangkok dailies. Analysts remarked that it was not only a love confession, but a cultural spectacle, a symbol of how two powerful worlds had collided. Inside studios and online forums alike, debates flourished. Was this true love, or a calculated statement? Yet, one truth resonated everywhere. Arnault's words carried sincerity that few could deny. The image of him staring into the camera, declaring Lisa as his forever love, became an instant icon. A moment replayed endlessly on television screens, TikTok edits, and YouTube reels. For fans, it was history unfolding in real time. Frédéric Arnault's declaration is more than a romantic confession. It is a cultural turning point. As the heir to one of the most influential luxury empires, his every word carries weight in the worlds of fashion, business, and global society. Lisa, on the other hand, is not only a K-pop superstar, but also a cultural icon who represents the voice of a new generation. Together, they embody the meeting of East and West, tradition and modernity, business and artistry. Analysts have highlighted the unprecedented nature of this moment. Never before has a figure of such corporate stature aligned himself so openly with a pop idol. To many, Arnault's words symbolize a shift in how love, influence, and power are perceived in the public eye. For fans, it is a fairy tale. For critics, it is a bold risk. Yet either way, the union of these two worlds creates a narrative that transcends celebrity gossip. It becomes a story of influence, resilience, and cultural fusion, one that will likely reshape not only their personal lives, but also the industries they represent. Behind the glittering headlines lies a question that fascinates both fans and analysts. How does the Arnault family respond to Frédéric's declaration? Known for their guarded privacy and business-first philosophy, the Arnauts rarely allow personal matters to spill into the public sphere. Yet whispers from insiders suggest a subtle but meaningful shift. Reports indicate that certain family members may view Lisa with admiration, recognizing her not only as a global superstar, but as a self-made woman who achieved success through resilience, talent, and hard work. This quiet acknowledgement, if true, could mark the beginning of an extraordinary alliance between two powerhouses, luxury fashion and K-pop. However, acceptance within such a dynasty is not easily earned. The Arnault Empire is built on legacy, reputation, and tradition, values that sometimes clash with the unpredictability of celebrity culture. Observers note that Frederic's courage in standing by Lisa might gradually soften the family's stance, paving the way for eventual blessing. If that happens, their union would no longer be just a love story, but also a strategic bridge between East and West, reshaping cultural diplomacy through the language of romance. After Frédéric Arnault's bold declaration, Lisa remained silent, a choice that drew even more attention. Known for her elegance and privacy, she has always kept her personal life away from the spotlight. Yet every gesture now becomes a subject of speculation. A bracelet, a smile, or a photo background could be seen as hidden clues. Supporters believe her silence protects both her and the relationship, while skeptics interpret it as uncertainty. Still, her calm composure amidst the storm reinforces her image as a woman in control. Whatever Lisa decides to reveal, through words or continued silence, will define the next chapter of this extraordinary love story. With Frédéric Arnault's declaration, the future of this love story has become a subject of endless speculation. Some envision a grand wedding in Paris, attended by royalty, celebrities, and Lisa's Blackpink sisters, a spectacle that could become the event of the decade. Others believe Lisa, who values privacy, might prefer an intimate ceremony far from flashing cameras. Either way, the possibility of a Lisa-Frédéric union excites both fans and media worldwide. For supporters, it symbolizes the blending of East and West, luxury, and pop culture. For skeptics, it raises doubts about whether love can endure under such intense scrutiny. Yet one truth remains: whatever path they choose will not only redefine their personal lives, but also leave a cultural mark far beyond romance. With fame and fortune comes relentless pressure, and Lisa and Frédéric's relationship is no exception. Paparazzi chase their every move, tabloids invent new stories, and millions of fans dissect the smallest gestures. Critics warn that romances under such harsh scrutiny rarely survive, especially when tied to wealth and legacy. Yet Frédéric's fearless words suggest he is prepared to endure the storm. For Lisa, the challenge is balancing her global career with the weight of public expectation. Every silence, appearance, or social media post will be interpreted as a statement. Their love must not only overcome distance and cultural differences, but also the magnifying glass of the world. Whether this pressure strengthens or weakens them remains uncertain, but the resilience they show today could define their legacy tomorrow. Lisa's relationship with Frédéric Arnault could reshape not only her personal life but also her career. As one of the most followed idols worldwide, every decision she makes influences millions of fans and global brands. Supporters see the romance as a chance to showcase her maturity and independence, proving she can balance love and career. Endorsements in fashion and luxury could even strengthen, given Frédéric's world. Yet risks remain. Some fans may feel betrayed, while industry insiders warn that personal life could overshadow her artistry. Still, Lisa's calm silence and focus on her music highlight her professionalism. If managed well, this love story could enhance her brand, positioning her not just as an idol, but as a cultural leader. In the end, whether celebrated or questioned, her choices will redefine how a K-pop superstar navigates fame, love, and influence.